It's going to be another beautiful day here on the Avenue.
Take two.
Take two.
Take
You mean take one.
Take one or take two.
Take one.
All right, we're back again. No edits, no filter. Everybody ready to roll on this roller coaster?
Yeah.
We can't cut once we start. Everybody good?
I certainly hope so.
I certainly hope so too. How's everybody doing?
All right.
Good.
There's sunshine outside. Does everybody remember what that looked like?
Yeah.
Yeah, last week was rain.
23 straight days of it rained at least one time during the 24-hour period.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm really glad that the rain is over.
I'm really glad the rain is over at least for a little while.
It's supposed to snow this weekend.
Yeah.
Gonna snow this weekend?
Let's see.
I'm wearing a tank top outside, for crying out loud.
You are. You dressed up for the show today, Carson. I like that. You dressed up. I love it.
I came in and I had my winter jacket on, and Redmond's like, at first I didn't think you had a shirt on under there.
Actually, not a tank top, a muscle shirt.
It's a muscle shirt
Showing
that
off
I
his
made.
You might
want
wanna
to
put a disclaimer.
It's a gun show.
Huh?
Gun show. Disclaimer.
Keep calm and
Tighten
Tighten
up.
up is what it says.
Local fan.
They
All
used
right.
to, Titans used to do these commercials about the pain train.
The pain train.
I
That's right.
love
There's our
those.
defense. That's good stuff.
You just have to feel it. You have to feel it.
Well, y'all say, hey, we've got our cover girl Jules and Lauren, a great writing team on the Avenue is here today joining us. So y'all say hello, welcome, Lauren and Jules.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Yesterday was Brad's birthday, so we're going to note that. Happy birthday, Brad. That's pretty cool.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, happy birthday. So kind of a celebratory day. We're glad to be back here on the Avenue. So every week we come together and we talk about one subject. And I know it's the anticipated thought. Everybody loses sleep on Tuesday nights wondering what the subject's going to be, right? And it's been the Super Bowl. We've talked about family, and last week was music, something we talked about near and dear to John's heart. This week, I know I'm going to strike a chord with some folks. We're talking about movies. I want to know a couple of things. Dustin, this was made for you, man. This episode is
And
for
don't
you.
forget Cody over there.
Cody-
He's the expositional list about all these movies.
Exactly. So we're going to talk about movies. We just came out of the Oscars, right? The Oscars were last week.
I barely watched
thumbs
it.
down,
I
Oscars.
noticed.
Why you didn't like them?
The reason I don't watch award shows anymore is because someone always goes up there and has to make just one political comment and makes a whole big ordeal about it. So that's why I kind of care
Well,
less.
why shouldn't they use that platform as a political platform?
It's like it's how Elvis Presley put it. It's like, I'm an entertainer.
I'm an entertainer. There you go. So why are we mixing politics and entertainment? And that's what
Yeah.
you feel like the Oscars did?
That's what everyone does now.
It is what everybody
And
does.
most of the stuff they have on there is a bunch of stuff or at least I have never heard of.
The
before.
movies, you mean themselves? Yeah.
And there's always that one film that wins all the awards or majority of the awards. One film takes over.
I feel like breaking out in one of Lady Gaga's songs.
Right now, you feel like singing
Like,
Gaga?
at the Oscars,
good, though.
my mom saw A Star Was Born
Yeah.
and the soundtracks. Perfecto.
My mom's seen that movie
I
in
haven't
theaters
seen
twice.
it because I've heard it's really like sad. There's not a happy ending, and I'm just not a fan.
You're a happy ending guy, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like
But my mom listens to the songs, and so I thought I would bring that up. Speaking of movies,
I think so.
that was
My mom saw that movie, A Star Is Born, in theaters twice. She recently got it on DVD.
Oh, she owns it now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. She really liked that movie.
That's awesome.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, she went without you. You didn't go. But you go to the movies a lot,
Did you
right?
see Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yeah, I did.
my mother did.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Isn't that one
We
of
bought
my movie
that
of the
for
year?
my house.
I think Sam Raimi won actor. I don't know what one. I think Black Klansman won.
I think that one. I heard that one best adapted screenplay.
Oh, okay.
I thought the movie was the Green
Fuck.
Green Book.
Green Book. Yeah, was the movie of the year.
Yeah.
Anyway, I
Google
want to
the
know. I
Oscars.
want to know why. So we talked about it's not a political platform. Movies aren't. They're entertainment, right? Why are movies so important in our society? We talked about a little bit about music. Why are movies so? Why do you love movies so much?
Storytelling.
Storytelling?
Storytelling, the effects. It's just the excitement.
It's got.
They're just really like entertaining.
Entertaining.
I think it's got a lot to do with the actors in it. They play different things in movies.
What are those called, John? Roles? They play different
Yeah.
roles? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And so you think the actors bring something to the film that make us want to go see them, is that right?
Right.
They tell a story?
No, like Tom Cruise.
Like Tom Cruise. Or Tom Hanks if he played for the Patriots. If he did.
What else? Are you gonna throw another Matt show mark at me or something?
Maybe, I don't know. And maybe if Tom Brady might go into acting after football, you never know. We might mix it up.
Grab too many
I
times.
might roll your house.
Yeah, don't do that.
That's a joke. I would never do that.
Speaking of Tom Hanks,
I'm too nice of a guy.
Okay, thank you.
speaking of Tom Hanks,
I couldn't carry something out even if I wanted to. I'm just too pacifistic.
Very nice.
speaking of Tom Hanks, I don't know if anyone knows this or not, but I'm kind of excited. There's a movie coming out in the fall of it's not a documentary.
It's a biopic. Or,
It's I guess it could be a drama film, but
biopic.
I'm not sure if it's going to be.
Is this the movie where he's playing Mr. Rogers?
He's playing Fred Rogers,
I know Niagara.
which I think that's going to be really good.
I heard that
Tom
before.
Hanks being
That'll be
Fred
awesome.
Rogers.
You've heard about this movie?
I heard them talk about it.
Who's
Cody?
Fred Rogers?
Fred Rogers was Mr. Rogers on
Oh,
Cess-
yeah,
on
yeah,
PLN.
That TV show was way back in the day.
But it was
Way
on
back
for
in
like
the day.
40 years.
Back
wasn't
in
it?
my
I'm
day.
Mr.
Back in
Rogers.
my day.
I'm gonna walk you through the
Can
neighborhood.
can you see Tom Hanks as Fred Rogers?
Pull
I
out my
can see
toe.
Tom Hanks as Fred Rogers.
And I think it's going to be really good.
So,
Actually.
Cody, do you know about this upcoming film?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about what you know about this upcoming film. Anything?
Not much.
Not much. So, a film about Fred Rogers.
Yeah,
It's going to be something everybody goes and sees.
I'm going to go see it. Yeah,
Depends on the trailer.
Oh, it depends on the trailer. So you buy a movie
I'm in the same boat.
based on the trailer.
I will watch it. Movies come out in a month.
No, I would see a movie
DVD?
if I like the trailer.
If you like the trailer.
So Elton John is coming out with the same thing, like Bohemian Rhapsody.
Let's listen, guys. So we've got Elton John coming out with
He's
a.
coming out with
Oh,
something
yeah.
like
I'm
Bohemian
definitely part
Rhapsody.
of that one too.
Really?
Well,
He's
actually,
telling his story.
That one's called Rocket Man.
Yeah, it's
And
Made
is
out of
Elton
one of
John
his
playing
songs.
Elton John?
Let's let one at a time. Let's listen.
and Elton is being played by Eggsy from Kingsman.
Oh wow. Okay, very good. Should
That's
be good. I'm a
pretty
big
good.
Elton John fan. I think
That's
some of
pretty
his
good.
music is kind of part of my fabric of my life, so that's
Tom actually
cool.
was in.
I was kind of
So what do y'all
excited
think
when I
about
saw
all
that.
the remakes they're making of movies? Is that a good thing, or should Hollywood get a little more creative?
Okay,
I mean,
well,
the regular
let me, okay, there have been remakes that we shall not discuss, like the 1998 Godzilla, which was a boatload of fish, so we're...
Wow.
They're getting ready for
I thought it was pretty good.
Dumbo.
Wait,
I
Oh
liked
my
it.
god,
I
dude.
liked it.
No.
I thought it was really
Godzilla
good.
is supposed to be indestructible. You can't just take him out with a bunch of cruise missiles on a bridge. That's not Godzilla.
That's not Godzilla, huh?
The Lion King and Dumbo, they're coming out. It's coming out.
I'm really excited
It's
about
coming
the
out.
Lion
I would
King.
like to see Dumbo.
Necessarily.
Lion King, I'll think about it.
So why are we redoing a classic like Lion King and Dumbo? What else can you do about it? Why would you
Do it in a
redo
live
that?
action.
Like,
I
yeah.
wanted it for a long time.
Money.
Yeah, money.
But live action, there's new technology. Is that kind of where you were going with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
No. The only reason why people are going to go see the new Lion King is because, well, yeah, all the voices on there are new, but James Earl Jones is reprising his role as Mufasa.
Ah, what a voice.
They're just gonna see it because they recognize it.
Say that again, Cody.
He's got a good voice.
They're just gonna see it because they recognize it.
Is Whoopi Goldberg gonna play her part?
I wish.
I
I don't
wish.
think she's
She's
the
not?
hyenas
Oh, no.
or one of the hyenas.
One of the hyenas, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Replace some of those
And then
Rafiki.
I guess John and Big John and Dustin, I guess all grew up with a Toy Story, and they're releasing Toy Story 4 in July.
Yeah, that's right.
I've only seen the original. I've never seen the sequels.
Are the sequels as good, or do you
Yeah,
think?
so-
I never saw the other one.
You never saw 3?
was amazing.
3 was very
So
emotional.
I watched it with Cole, my cousin, and we both looked at each other and were just pouring. Like we were just crying so much
Well, I hear
because
that.
it was so good.
I heard from Tim Allen that this one's going to be even more emotional than that one.
Yeah, okay. I'm just not gonna watch any more Tim Allen.
Why?
So you're
Tim Allen's
done with
awesome.
Tim
Tim Allen's awesome.
Well,
Double threat.
I will say I've seen his previous movies, and I just think I've grown out of it.
You're done with Tim Allen. Tom Brady
I
and
like
Tim
him.
Allen.
I like him. Not like Tom Brady. I like him.
Okay.
It's just I don't watch his movies anymore.
Okay.
I prefer, I don't know. I'm just like a big. I like movies that talk about something that happened. Really happened. Like
this is good.
Unbroken
Fiction versus
or A Bridge of Spies.
Non-fiction based on the truth. You love movies based on the truth, right?
Exactly.
What about that? Talk fiction or non-fiction?
I-
Justin, you like to escape, so yours is entertaining. It doesn't matter if it's real or not, right?
Right.
So you're a fiction guy. You like all the.
I like some true stories too.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love fantasy, but I also love a true story.
Okay. Cool. Awesome.
I like fiction.
Wasn't
Don't like fiction, Lauren? Talk to us about that. Why not?
Because, like, if I don't really understand movies that I can't put myself in and understand what the character's going through.
So
It's
you
hard
like
to
the reality of
understand.
a movie, and do you care what emotion it takes you to?
No, I just want to understand it. If I don't understand it, then why go?
So escapism isn't really what you're looking for out of the movie.
Except
You
for
can still
Star Wars.
escape.
Everybody understands
Hey, I'm
what's
on-
going
that's
on.
I love Star Wars.
Star Wars is good.
Yes, Star Wars is
Because
back-
basically in
the
the
first
prequels-
the first Star Wars came out in '76, I think.
77.
76 and 77. That's good.
But you were close. You were close.
That was when many of us were born.
Cody says from the break room,
77.
77 it is.
That was
Our
insane.
encyclopedia.
That's what I said.
You were close,
Yeah,
John.
Return of the.
That's what I said.
Not Empire Strikes
None
Back.
of
I
us were
think.
born.
I think came out
80.
82,
80.
80.
80.
80.
None of us were
John,
born
you're close
but
though,
you.
buddy. You're in the right decade. I like it.
None
Brad?
of us were born but you, though.
I know. I was the only one born when Star Wars came out, guys. Is that, John, were you born when it came out in 82?
What?
What year were you born?
6. No, what?
See, John's with me. He's a
I'm-
60s child. I
I was
love
born
it.
in 83. I'm probably the oldest here. I don't know.
Oh, that's crazy.
I was born in
Hey,
81.
Brad, you can't get a word in edgewise with this group. I know, but
Couple
I know
years, I
you've
believe.
got something to say.
Totally.
Tell me.
Yeah, so I just want to go back to the Lion King part.
Okay, take us back to the Lion King.
Yeah, so I love that movie too, and it's such a great cast when it first came out.
The first movie, the original Lion King.
Yeah, the animated one.
Why was it so great? What made it so great?
Great acting, good musical.
Yeah, the music's
great.
good.
Yeah, great.
The soundtrack's good.
Yeah, totally.
Relatable storytelling.
Does
Well,
anybody know about the movie it was based on?
Ooh.
I do not.
We got from the booth. What is the movie The Lion King based on?
Didn't know.
Anybody know that?
Not a clue.
Not
Is it
a,
real?
Probably something in Africa. I'm
let's
guessing.
ask. Let's go to the booth. Take it to the booth, ladies and gentlemen. Nate
I don't remember the name. But
I think it borrows a lot from. I've heard it borrows a lot from Hamlet.
from Hamlet.
it's from Hamlet, but there's also a Japanese movie about a lion who inherits a kingdom that came out a few years before that Disney
Hamlet
does not
makes
Actually, I
have.
think it was a TV show.
TV show about a Japanese lion that inherits a
The
kingdom.
Japanese.
I thought I remembered more about it.
Cody, do you have it? Do you have it?
Actually, it was a Japanese show about a lion. I think it was called Kimba. It's with the guy that did Astro Boy.
Yeah.
Kimba, and it was done by the guy who did Astro Boy. Who was that? Do you remember, Cody? You remember his name?
Osamu Tezuka.
No, because a lot
His
of the
what?
words.
Osamu Tezuka.
Osama Tezuka.
Well,
God bless you.
A lot of
But
the,
no, it's easy.
a lot of the words in that movie are Swahili.
In the film, in
Yeah,
Lion
it's
King.
a lot of it's Swahili.
Wow. Who knew that we knew so much about the Lion King? I should have just made that the subject today. Forget movies. We should just go into the deep history of the Lion King. This is awesome.
Well, there'll be a review.
There will be a test? Okay.
There's a few people in here. I'm gonna say probably Tom for sure, and I guess Richmond as well.
Jules.
And I'd say Dustin, but I think it's a little older than Dustin. But y'all grew up with the big films. I mean, let's see. Through history,
yeah.
you had Star Wars, you had Jaws, Jurassic Park, Halloween was big when it came out as well.
which is impressive
Let's
considering.
not forget Star Trek.
Considering
Let's let King say something. He was saying
Stargate.
Kong and all that.
King Kong, right?
Well,
King
Jaws was
Kong.
first, I think.
So
before
I'm.
all that.
Cody, did you want to chime in on that? No, you good?
I forgot what I was gonna say.
So I was going to say something. You basically were going and saying, "Hey, the old guys remember blockbusters," is what you were saying, right, Cody? I mean, right, Carson?
I've never bought this.
Pretty much.
I wouldn't call you old
Oh, I'm just teasing.
because you grew up with
You're
some
in your
of the
prime
good
years,
stuff.
Tom.
Well, we had back when they made silent films. Out. No, I was kidding.
No, that's a long time. That's way long
Back
time.
before
Black and
movies.
white.
Back before the
and
black
white.
and whites. That's right. No, but there's something I want to take a thread that you started and talk about why movies were so important back then, and it was a big deal. And we went to the theaters, and everybody did that. There's a kind of an obvious reason we don't do that anymore as much as we used to, and I wonder what that is.
Things change.
Why have things changed,
I
John?
don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah, the movies are not as good as they used.
So the movies may not be as good.
Yeah, like the movie Smoking thing.
You like that?
I don't know.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, like Jackie Gleason, Burt Reynolds, and all that.
You're a Burt Reynolds fan, aren't you? I like that. So why would movies? What's happened to movies?
It's a lot more accessible other places now.
Like, talk about that. That's cool,
Like
John.
Netflix.
So
Which
Netflix.
Dan reminded me.
Well,
And
and also-
Blockbusters no more.
Well, it's also
Blockbusters, no
That's kind of sad.
the point of
Kind
entry.
of sad that it's going.
It costs so much
Yeah.
to get
To a
into
theater.
the business, whereas Sam Raimi made Evil Dead
Yeah.
for
Under
under
like a
$20,000 or something.
So anybody with a camera can be a filmmaker right now. Is that what you're saying, sort of?
Oh, definitely.
And then anybody can be a consumer if you've got a
I mean,
TV,
look at
right?
Paranormal Activity.
Or a phone. You watch a
Hey,
movie on a
we're
phone.
actually
Can I
filming
make a point?
type of a show right now.
We're sort of filming a show now, and people can watch it on their phones. Yeah, Lauren.
How much, people
Or
say
indication
about
that's
autism
filmmaking
in Rain Man. How many people
Listen up.
bring that up? Like,
Talk
oh,
about
you're
that.
like Rain Man or
I've never
something.
seen it, so I'm not interested.
You've
Or,
never seen Rain Man?
I do.
I haven't.
So,
Yeah.
so that's an interesting point because I think a lot of the public, a lot of people out in the community, when they think of autism, they think of Dustin Hoffman and Rain
Yeah,
Man. Is that right?
or like the other, what's it called? The Other Sister?
The other-
Isn't
okay,
that movie
right.
like
You know,
There's another
that?
one.
you know about autism. Some of us in here have it.
Some of you have it. And so, is it true that everybody in here is like Dustin Hoffman and Rain Man?
No.
No, that's a flat out stereotype.
That
Yeah,
is a
I
stereotype,
think
isn't
A
it?
closer
that.
example is one that Ben Affleck did recently called The Accountant.
Okay.
Yeah,
That was a
aut-
good movie.
autism used to be rare, but it's not rare anymore.
It used to be rare, but it's not rare anymore. Why is that,
I
John?
don't know, there's more of it.
More of it.
More like Sheldon Cooper in The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
That's
It's
more
more
Asperger's.
like
That's
that.
my road.
That's more.
And that's
Back
your,
in the
that's your
old
road is
days-
Asperger's on that, okay?
They
I
used
think
to
he's
send
right.
people
It
with
feels-
autism
I feel
to asylum.
Sheldon feels closer to Asperger's, plus he's not a movie character.
No.
Okay.
Well, he's not a movie character, but that's a
They don't do that anymore.
Now tell me, and you were saying that again, Matt?
Well, they used to send people with disabilities, any sort of disability. It could be autism. Back in the old days, since they didn't understand it,
Right.
they just said there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
They locked you up
But
somewhere.
what is that movie Something Tate, where it was about a little boy that had special needs?
I don't think I don't.
And,
This is a really
and
cool
like,
subject you're bringing up, though, because what we're trying to do on this show, and really at this company, and with all of you, and all of you are wanting to do this as well, is to break all those stereotypes,
Yeah, that's
and
why I
to
was trying to bring it up.
and to let people know that we're all just individuals
That's
traversing
why
the
I wanted to
world
bring
down
that
here,
up.
right?
That's why I wanted to bring that up because
That's cool, Lauren.
we need to talk about the different movies that do have
To put
disabilities
this on
in
the
it,
table.
and how we're not, we're not a stereotype, and we're not,
They
not
got
in movies.
they got medication for autism.
They do? Yeah. Yeah.
I
I
take a
think
lot.
Tom
They don't have
Cruise
medication for
has
autism.
some
There's no
type
cure.
of autism or
You
something.
can take
That
antidepressants, but
explains
that's
the Oprah incident.
Or
There's no
oh God.
What did I make? Hold on, we missed a little sidebar, Lauren. Oh, I got to hear a humorous sidebar here at No Edits.
Well,
I was bringing up the fact that I think Tom Cruise might have some sort of disability.
Interesting.
I think that's dyslexia, or a little bit of. I'm not real sure. I know it's. I was reading somewhere online.
Maybe he's just crazy.
Maybe.
Seinfeld
Well, then he brought up
say
the
to have
overhead.
autism.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
that's true. That's
self-diagnosed.
right. That's very well.
Seinfeld is self-diagnosed autism, but I don't believe he has it.
Well, that's
I heard
He's self-diagnosed.
Dan Aykroyd admitted it to being a nasty.
That's what I've heard too, Cody.
Yeah,
That Dan
he might
Aykroyd is diagnosed. I think it's interesting, guys. I think we're living in a time now where that stereotype's coming off, though. And I think each of you, as an individual that I've gotten to know here, we talked a little bit about it at lunch today, didn't we? How we're trying to break those stereotypes,
Yeah.
and you guys are busting it. A lot of you have been to college and gone mainstream with your school, and you're working, and you go to churches, and you're involved in everyday life of the community. Where 30 years ago, they might have stuck everybody in a little place and just said, "You have a disability, we'll stick you over
A lot
here."
of churches are trying to do that to us, and it's not good.
Everybody's sort of opening things up now, and the conversation's not fixed. We're just beginning the conversation, right?
Yeah.
But I think we're
Now we're
yes,
opening
sir.
up about everything.
So
Thing.
is all this still just entertainment, or is it maybe have some more value because we're talking about it in this way?
Wow.
It depends.
Well, but that's a great point from the
Reflection.
vision it makes. Movies not only just are entertaining and something to do on the weekends, right? Maybe they can help move society to do different things.
They can.
And they can change how we look at things. And so maybe little podcasts and little movies like this can actually make a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A
just
little
look
bit
at-
at a time.
Hopefully.
Just
Life
look at
is
how
a
many-
box of chocolates, Tom.
We forgot
Yes,
to
it
mention
is.
Forrest Gump.
It's the greatest movie of all time. We'll come back to it in a second. Go ahead.
Yeah, just look at how many movies were based around racial issues that were made in the 60s and 70s.
Cody,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
a
thanks.
great point. They broke down all kinds of things in the 60s and 70s.
yeah.
To Kill a Mockingbird, the Defiant Ones, though, that was technically from the 50s.
Yeah. What else?
Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, Blazing
Roots.
Saddles.
Yeah,
All,
Roots.
Roots, it's a TV series. All of those things broke down stereotypes for us, didn't they? Or educated us on what the things that really happen in social issues. So, entertaining, it puts social issues at the forefront. Now that we have a forum where we can record something like this and share it, instead of spending millions of dollars to do something like this, everybody sort of has a voice. Is that good or bad?
That
Great.
is, it's good.
Yes,
Good.
Thing.
Real good.
yes, things evolve. I'm sure some of you are aware that you can now have gay characters in family shows and movies.
Right. Things have evolved to reflect our own society.
I
Cody.
can just name several of them. The Loud House on Nickelodeon, and where the
I don't.
But anyway, you're right. The stereotypes are being broken down through
the
Hollywood.
Beauty and the Beast remake, an episode of Good Luck Charlie. That was a Disney Channel show.
There you
Well,
go.
it's true that everyone should have a voice. A lot of people
But-
abuse that.
Wait, this is important, John. I want to hear that, John. Just 1 second. Talk to us a little bit about that. So everybody has a voice. Should everybody have a voice?
Well, they should, but they should be. They shouldn't abuse it because it's not a right; it's a privilege.
Wow, that's cool. Talk to me about that. Keep going.
There's a lot of people out there that think they can say whatever they want, and just because they can, and they use words can hurt just as much as anything else,
Yeah.
and they use that
Can
to,
we not
especially
go
with the safety
overboard
of the
with
internet.
this?
They just say anything, and they can be behind the safety of a username.
Yep.
Behind the shadow of their own computer, their own,
Can we not go
their
overboard
own
with this?
Hold on, Matt. So Coach asked him not go overboard. What are we going overboard about, buddy?
I'm asking if we don't go overboard and
About the social issues in film?
know about this whole thing about
Special needs?
no, what they're talking about.
What John's talking
Freedom
about?
of speech.
about how
The freedom
freedom
of
of speech and
piece.
how everybody can say what they want, and they're abusing it.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll
can't
stay away
abuse
from
rights.
freedom of speech, but I think freedom of expression is a good thing to talk about.
that's a
You're an
great
illustrator.
Like
You're a great illustrator.
Like years ago, they showed cartoons on Saturday morning. Now they don't show cartoons on Saturday morning anymore.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
I think TV's changed or evolved.
It's a thing to have.
So entertainment and TV. Let's watch the sidebars, guys. We can't listen to all of that.
I know privacy.
Hey Matt, when somebody's talking, let's
Sorry.
listen because it's hard when we're going around. Everybody can't hear everybody.
Yeah, they showed cartoons on Saturday morning back in the 70s and 80s.
So things
And
have
then
changed.
now they don't even do that.
Right. Because
Yeah.
we can consume anytime, right? It's not just on
Yeah.
Saturday morning.
Yeah. When you see a cartoon on network television, it's usually aimed at adults now,
Interesting. Okay.
and usually on Fox.
So it is usually on Fox, and so things have really evolved for us, right?
It's
From
a-
an entertainment standpoint. I heard somebody.
It's almost like It's almost like that cartoon, the Futurama and South Park. They're not really any good.
You don't like some of the new cartoons?
Yeah, some of
What do you
them.
mean in new cartoons?
Well, they said on the news that some in South Park had some racial.
That's one of the only shows that says so many different things and gets away with it.
Yeah.
Everything else just
Yeah.
says something
Yeah,
you don't normally like it.
Yeah.
It's a satire.
Yeah.
Well, I think there is something to this social piece of talking about social issues. It's the platform you talked about, really. I heard something the other day that said we need to listen better in our society now that everybody's talking. And instead of listening to react, which is what a lot of us do, we're listening to you to wait to say something. We need to listen to learn and listen to understand. And I think we as a society, with everybody having a voice.
Like, I swear sometimes people just look for things to get mad about. Like,
exactly.
Keep going, Cody. I want to hear more about that.
I was just going to leave it at that.
Okay. But people are just looking for things to get
cliffhangers.
I can't think of anything.
Was that a cliffhanger, Cody?
That is, but let's say we put a
so
movie
much
out there.
going down that road.
Half of the people might like it, half of them might not.
Like, my memory.
Well, like you were talking about Forrest
My
Gump.
memory escapes me right now.
I brought that
You
up.
said you wanted to bring Forrest Gump up.
Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Matt brought that up.
I want to chat about Forrest Gump because I think in a lot of ways, for me, if I've got to sit down and watch 2 or 3 hours of movie, that for me is by far one of my favorite movies.
It's
Forrest
one of the
Gump.
best.
What'd you say?
That is a
I got
classic.
so
Did you
good
say-
playing the communist at ping pong ball.
What'd you say about Forrest Gump?
I think it's one of the greatest movies of all time.
It is.
I personally love
agree.
it from an
Did you say something
entertainment.
about? Did you say? Oh, yeah.
Was that Ron Howard?
No, it's
No,
Robert
wasn't Ron Howard?
Zemeckis.
that's who it was.
Okay.
Robert Zemeckis was the director
Okay.
of
Ron
that.
Howard's good though.
Well,
Yeah,
let's stay on
I like
Forrest
his
Gump
work
for a second.
too.
Forrest Gump for me is
Well-
entertaining.
Well, you said something about spending 3 hours watching it.
Played.
That's usually only. It's only. Forrest Gump is 2.5 hours.
You're right.
It would
Not a
usually only
single boring moment.
be 3 hours on television.
I got you.
Well, Ron Howard played it. Opie
Yeah, no,
O'Neill,
because of
terrific
because of all the
show.
commercials.
It had
It's why I never.
Happy.
It's why. It's why.
He did.
It's why. It's why. I think.
Does Forrest
I was
Gump
gonna
have
say.
autism?
I was once at the dancing joke that and
I'm a
good
joke
past
I was.
AMC starting up the Green Mile. I said, last thing that movie needs is frequent commercial breaks.
That's the last thing that thing needs, huh? I want to. You ask an interesting question. That we're talking about Forrest Gump. Did he have autism? Do you think?
I think it,
Run,
I
Forrest,
don't think they
run.
explicitly said it.
He might. I don't know.
Well, it was before he
I
was.
don't know
I mean,
what it
if you
was.
think about the time period that it existed in.
Well,
it's not like
in
they had-
Vietnam.
they got-
Well, no, he was
Uh,
a kid.
Well, they let
Yeah.
him into
Yeah.
Vietnam.
Everybody
Yeah.
listen- we're not listening to each
They
other.
let
Listen.
him into Vietnam, and you're not supposed to let autistics in.
All right.
So I don't know.
That's interesting.
Well, that
Yeah,
was before, that was a
he
long
wasn't
time before they really had
diagnosed.
the label. At least it was
Yeah.
quite said in.
I thought.
But
I
I
thought
would beg to differ.
As far
It
as I-
might be fictional in some aspects, but the setting is actually true.
That's what I loved about it. Is it suspended your reality, and some of the stuff you kind of smiled and laughed at because you were like, wow, he was there when John F. Kennedy was there, and all the little places they stuff. the
Technically,
technical
when that
stuff.
scene took place, though I know when that scene took place, John F. Kennedy would have been dead.
That's right. So they had to stick him in the old film, right? Yeah. And so
No. I meant like the time in which that scene takes place. Like it's an anachronism.
Oh, it is because it shouldn't have been able to happen. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
He never would have been there because he was dead at that time.
How can you make that assumption if the film is fiction?
Interesting.
Inconsistent timing.
That's true.
Well, it's interesting, based on reality. If
How
that
can
event
you
had
make
happened,
that assumption if the film is fiction, even
That's
though the
true.
setting is actually
It
historical?
was a
That's
book,
true,
so
but
if the book was
That's very
written,
true.
And
Fiction, it doesn't matter.
I hear in the book Forrest was more of a jerk.
No, I'm talking about how if you call that scene
And
an
and not as
anachronism.
attractive.
You're right.
How if it's fiction, how can it be an anachronism if the
Anachronism.
setting is real?
well, what he's saying,
because-
I think what you're saying, Cody, is
When the All-American League went to visit the White House, JFK was already assassinated.
it's what he's
It's already
saying.
a made-up story.
And so
though.
the fictitious moment that they created was something that was out of time and couldn't have really happened because.
Well, then
Kennedy
they're
was
breaking the fourth wall in continuity.
Look at you, filmmaker. I like that.
They're throwing continuity out the window.
It
They
doesn't
never
matter
worried
because
about
the whole
Yeah, I
story is
guess
made
it-
up, Matt. Like you said, it doesn't matter because the whole story is made up.
The point of the
So,
movie was to place
it
a
doesn't
fictional
matter.
character in these all different events to see how something like that would happen.
Which was amazing to me to watch
Yeah.
that.
But the
Just
settings, I know Vietnam, for example,
Yeah.
that one scene where they're landing in choppers. That that was done all the time, not with those characters or any.
Right.
Yeah.
But in actual real life, there would be Huey helicopters landing into.
I swear that movie had probably had too many songs in it. I haven't seen the whole thing,
Now,
but I know it
apparently I
had a lot
have
of songs in it.
The soundtrack was too long. So movies are interesting because look at what we're doing right here, just about one film, and I think it's interesting. Do you think people really believe what they see in movies? Do you think that people?
I think some do.
really
Some
buying into
understand
it?
that it's fiction, and some can't distinguish fiction from
Don't get
non-fiction.
mad started on the moon landing being fiction.
Do you think? Let me ask this: do you think movies are a reflection of society, or is society?
They
a
can
reflection?
be.
It's a reflection of the times.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
Movies
Green-
are.
No, art
Yes.
art
I
is
think
a
Green-
reflection of society.
I
Say
think,
that again,
yes.
Dan.
I've
Hold
heard-
on a second, Cody. Hold on a second. Go, Dan. Say what you're saying.
Well, just in general, in speaking, art is a reflection of society. Meaning, art doesn't influence us as much as we influence art.
Interesting. Okay, would y'all all agree with that, or do you think
Yes.
Probably,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
yeah, art is a good reflection of society?
And movies specifically reflect the times. They're usually always made with some kind of background issues that are relevant to that date.
Cool. Okay. So it does speak about our social issues. It does entertain us. It allows actors a stage
Yeah.
to speak and us to listen.
Like when Kramer versus Kramer won Best Film of 1979, there was a high amount of divorce rates.
So it was a reflection of what was really going on in society. And so-
Remember those shows like All in the Family, Good Times, and the Jeffersons? Yeah, they all. Yeah, that.
Which
All in the Family. They talk about racial things and all that.
So
Hey.
even though it's not a movie, it's a TV show.
Yeah.
It was reflecting the times, is what you're
Yeah.
saying. Okay, I would agree with that.
Here's something.
Yes, sir.
Good Times is a spin-off of Maude, which is a spin-off of All in the Family.
Yeah, Jeffersons were spin off of All in the Family.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I was talking. I was mentioning how Good Times was a spin-off of a spin-off.
That's Good Times was a spinoff of a spinoff. That's very good. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up for the day. But before we do,
I felt like
I
this
want-
time has been very short for some.
has it's been kind of short? Has it been short? But we're not through yet because I'm going to go around and ask everybody their favorite movie of all time.
I don't have one.
You got to come up with one. You did this last week.
Or just pick one at random.
Pick one at random. Good, Dustin. Thank you. I'm going to give one out that I've already said. Forrest Gump is my big time favorite movie of all time. But we have an affinity at our house. I kind of like silly. I'm an escape guy. When I want to watch a movie, I like to escape. And I'm a huge Will Ferrell fan. I think Will makes me laugh a whole lot.
He's funny.
And so every Christmas I look forward to watching Elf. We were talking about it at lunch, and I think there are scenes in Elf that just make me literally laugh. So I'm going to give out my favorite holiday film is Elf, but my favorite overall movie is Forrest Gump. I'm going to watch it tonight. Matt, we're going to start with you this time. Give us your favorite film that you would go home and watch tonight. Now that we're talking about movies. That's tough.
Honestly, it's hard.
Just pick one. What was that one movie that you went, wow?
Should have asked us this ahead of time.
I don't mind.
I'm gonna say it's just a cult classic to me. Kelly's Heroes.
Kelly's Heroes. I love it. Pulling one out. A cult classic. Dan?
Didn't it have
Oh.
Clint Eastwood?
Yes, they're after Nazi gold.
I guess the movie that I most frequently go back to every year that I watch multiple times is probably Fifth Element.
Fifth
Whatever reason.
Element.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen that.
All right.
Right.
Kelly's
There's the
Heroes
Sixth
and Fifth Element. John A?
Same.
Shawshank Redemption.
Oh,
Oh,
what a
good
great
one.
movie.
Good one.
Shawshank Redemption. Excellent. I'm going to go with you on that one. Carson?
Fletch. Oh, one of my favorites.
Classic movie.
Funny.
It is a classic.
Mr. Stockenberg and Greenstein and Green Doctor. Yeah, exactly. I love that.
That's one of my favorites.
Brad?
Yeah. All right. One of my favorites is License to Drive.
License to Drive. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Does anyone know what it's about?
The Two Coreys.
Two Corys?
Eamon Feldman. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Excellent.
Yep. And it totally helped me prepare for my driver's license.
Did it really?
Really?
So you didn't need driving school. You just needed to watch License to Drive.
Yeah, pretty much.
Would you recommend that to all 15, 16-year-old guys that are trying to learn to drive or older guys?
I think so. Maybe
Atta
I
boy.
will.
License to Drive.
That's awesome.
We'll call T-Dot about that. It'll be a required viewing. I like that. John?
Sometimes my favorite movie is that movie from Rocky.
Is Rocky?
Yeah, Rocky.
Good one.
I agree, man.
Yeah,
Classic.
Which one?
Which is your favorite?
1, 2, or 3 or whatever.
4.
Four.
Yeah, 1, 2. I got it. 3.
3 is the best. Who's your favorite character in Rocky other than Rocky? Don't know?
Yeah, Mr. T was.
Yeah, I like Mr. T.
That was good.
Mr. T. What was his name? Clubber Lang, wasn't it?
That's what it
It was
was.
Clubber Lang.
Clubber Lang, yeah.
All right, Cody, Mr. Yeah, I pity the fool. You do a good.
Pity that fool.
Do it, Cody. Give me
Jump, fool!
I love it. Cody, all right, it's your turn, buddy. You've got more movies in you than most humans. What's your go-to movie, though?
I don't have one.
Okay. Really?
No.
What
I
movie?
mean, I really don't.
Okay. That's the answer then. You have so many that you just love them all.
I don't know.
You don't know.
Did you have a favorite genre of movie?
Not sure. I tend to go for comedies.
I go for comedies too. I want to be entertained. That's what I escape the movies. What about you, Lauren?
Nell with Jodie Foster.
No.
Nell.
With Jodie-
Now.
Nay, chicken.
Nell. Ooh,
Nell with
yes.
Jodie
Nell with
Foster.
Jodie Foster.
My
Good,
favorite
good
movie.
one. Dustin, you're Mr. Movie in this place because we know you are. So this is going to be a tough one. What do you think?
I would say one of my favorites. I would say Gladiator.
Yes.
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe.
One of my
Are you
wife's
not
favorite movies.
entertained?
I am Meridius Maximus.
Are you not entertained?
I just like how I.
You kind of mentioned probably was Richmond's last day here.
It is Richmond's. Well, it's his last day during the filming of No Edits, No Filter. You're right. We're gonna miss.
Richmond, you back there?
Richmond!
He just poked his head out.
How you doing, neighbor?
Fell asleep.
Hey,
Say
Richmond.
something.
Richmond. Behind the boxes. What is your favorite film of all time?
You don't know.
Did you talk a little louder?
Here comes.
Listen.
I'm a fan of the Star Wars series.
The only selection that got a rounding of applause. I'm not sure what that says. We're all Star Wars fans, I guess.
We all forgot.
Nate in the booth.
Dan and I both have Star Wars front plates.
Jules,
Yes,
what's your
yes,
favorite
we
movie?
do.
Jules?
1995.
Jules, come here.
1995 hackers from our IT department head. Good, very nice. That's very scary that he's working on all of our computers. And his favorite is
And
hackers.
he can remote hack in
Jules?
from another country.
Jules,
Favorite movie?
what's your favorite movie? I know it's Lassie, isn't it?
Tom, I thought she was going to say Animal House.
Could be Animal House. Yes. All right. Who else we got? Jenna?
Yes, Inception.
Inception.
Oh, that's a good
See?
one. That's a good one.
One applause.
One.
So you got
I got
2
five.
applause and a half.
3.
It's Inception's way behind Star Wars. Exactly.
Jules
Hey,
is
Erica?
in its life.
Erica!
She's not back.
Oh, she's there. What's your favorite movie?
That's a good one.
What's
Erica.
your favorite movie, Erica?
Clueless.
Yeah, we want to know what your favorite movie is on set here. We're anxious to know.
Oh gosh.
You don't
Hi,
know.
Kevin.
Come over here on set so we can see you.
Ah, see Matt? Pull her in.
Oh my gosh, I don't know.
We need to.
Cody already gave us that one.
Cody
I
already
don't know
did.
this movie everyone's talking about. I don't know.
I want to see
Kevin
that.
knows what I'm gonna say.
You
but
like
I'm
that
not gonna
witch
say
Always
it.
pick one at random.
Erica, you like that witch one?
Which movie?
The witch
The
movie
Coven?
with what's her name? Isn't it?
Wizard of
Bette
Oz?
Midler?
Practical
No,
Magic.
yeah.
Witches of Eastwick?
Charmed?
Oh,
Hocus Pocus.
Focus, focus.
It's a classic.
Don't say that that's your favorite.
You could say like. I mean, my favorite movie used to be Inglourious Bastards, and I used to watch a lot of TV.
Oh,
Inglourious
Inglourious
Oh,
Yeah,
Bastards.
that's a good one.
That's a war
That's all we
movie.
need.
That's a war movie.
Thank you.
It is a war movie.
Excellent.
And
All
Sarah.
right.
We've got to get
Sarah,
Sarah!
one last. You're going to break the
Woo!
tie.
What about Nate?
Nate's already chimed in, man.
He said hackers.
Nate's
I
all
said
about
hackers.
hackers. Sarah, from off camera, what do we got? Movie.
What's your favorite movie?
favorite movie.
Yes.
No, just give me like 5 seconds. I'll think of it.
5,
Have
4,
you
3,
seen Kubo and the Two Strings?
Great
Is that what it's
movie.
called?
No.
Kubo and the Two Strings.
Great movie.
Yeah.
It's,
It's an animated film.
It is
animated.
Excellent.
Animated
All right.
thing.
It's a good movie.
Right up your
It's
alley.
freeze
That's my
frame.
favorite.
Well, y'all, thank you again. This has been a great time. Movies, great subject. Dustin, this was for you, baby. Yeah, look at that smile. I like that.
Thanks,
Are you going to see something this weekend?
Maybe.
What would you go see this weekend?
Probably the new Medea.
Medea.
Medea family funeral.
Medea.
Medea.
Up Friday.
Family
Yeah.
funeral. All right. Well.
I had her to Train a Dragon, probably.
All right.
Train a Dragon, the new one that's been out for nearly a week.
Oh, it has.
Yeah.
I haven't seen
That's
it.
good.
3.
You've already seen it?
That's good.
Tom
I haven't
Waters.
seen a movie in a month.
What is it, John?
The Tom Waters show will be right back.
The Tom Woodard Show will be right back. Y'all, I thank you again for this. Is a lot of fun. I look forward to it every Wednesday. It's the John Trouty Show, though.
No, you know what we should do?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, every time the commercial break, we need to get somebody to come here and say something.
This show is brought to you by.
We need a live commercial. We need a live commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Visit us at WoodardBrothers.com
We're
for
brought
all
to you
your
by the
sporting
Match
and packing needs.
We're brought to you by the Match Show.
You're brought
to you by I love it.
Drug test kits.
Well, yeah, brought to you by Drug Test Kits, Westwood
I
Avenue,
neither
and
can
Woodard Brothers,
confirm
and the
or
Match
deny that something may be
And
coming.
the letter C.
Show. And the letter C.
And
On that
letter
note,
B.
we're done. Sesame Street, sign off. Everybody sign off.
Sign off.
Sign off.
Signing off.
Woo!